We're back? Okay, well, we found R of x is 2x plus 1 to the 1/2 plus 2x minus 1. We got to find C of x given dc dx is 1.01, 1 plus 190 to the 0.01 power. I believe in the beginning I put a fourth power on there. That's wrong. The problem is a 0.01 power. So you might want to just erase that. Take the integral, multiply out by dx. 1.01 x plus 190 to 0.01. That's a chain rule. Rule 3 here. Define your a is 1.01, u is x plus 190, n is 0.01. F of x is right in here, just 1. du dx is also 1. Plugging into the chain rule, a is 1.01, u is n plus 1, 0.01 plus 1, divided by 0.01 plus 1. F of x is 1, du dx is 1 plus c. 1.01 divided by 1.01, x plus 190. 1 plus 0.01 is 1.01 plus c. This cancels. I go up here, I now have cx equals x plus 190, 1.01 plus c. I want to find c. I know that when c of 0 equals, remember, 100.2, actually okay. So C of 0 is going to be 0 plus 190 to the 1.01 plus C. Okay. So I believe we get here that now C0 was equal to 100.2. So we got 100.2 equals, this is 0, 190 point is actually, I believe, 200. 200.2 actually. Plus C. So C is going to be simply 200.2 minus 100.2, which is 100. And my C value becomes x plus 190 to the 1.01 plus 100. And I'll call that equation 2. So now I have my Cx and my Rx. I'm going to find my profit. Let's calculate my profit now. Erase this sucker. Of course, profit is going to be revenue minus costs. Profit of x is going to be revenue, which is 2x plus 1 to the 1/2 plus 2x minus 1 minus costs, x plus 190, 1.01 plus 100. Let's erase this. I don't have to deal with that. So profit equals 2x plus 1 to the 1/2 plus 2x. This is going to be minus x plus 190 to the 1.01 minus 1 minus 100. Yep. Sorry, I'm getting a little sloppy. This is going to be minus 100 minus 1 is going to be minus 101. Okay.
This is 100? Oh,
that's 100.
Because of that.
That's 100.
Gotcha, yeah, okay.
And when you distribute mine, minus
Right,
100, minus 101. Now, as you can see, this is a pretty complicated thing to take the derivative of. So I've done a little bit different case in this case, just to change it around. What I did actually is graph this. And the windows were pretty much standard windows, but I took a graph here of x, rx, cx. This is 10 to the third, right? This is times 10 to the third. Okay? And I'm going to put the 200 here. And there's going to be one graph like this. And the other graph's going to be like this. Sorry. Okay. And this is going to be your revenue graph. Revenue. And this is going to be your C of X. Notice this is your break-even point. Remember that? Break-even point, which we're not really interested here. Let me write this here. It's 50, 100, 200, and this is going to be 180. Jeez. It's tough to do this when you get to the bottom of this board. So this is 50. Okay. And this is going to be 100. This is going to be break-even point. I don't know where it is. I'm not worried about that right now. But notice over here, this is where you have no profit, right? No profit. You have a loss. After the break-even point, you start making a profit. Your profit, okay, is Rx. Your profit's going to be greater here than at here because this distance is greater. But this tells you that you can't produce more than 180,000. So what I do is I look at the 180,000 here, and I just go up, and I find out that that's my maximum profit point. So my profit is maximized when X is 180,000. That's the nature of these two graphs. Okay? So basically, this tells you what you get. The maximum profit is at the widest gap between them, and you'll find out that the profit at 180, if you figured out the profit at 180, you'll find out that it's going to be 85,400. So this point here at 180 is going to be 185.4. Let's bring this out here. R of X, P of X, R of X, C of X, times 10 to the third. This is 185.4. So X 180, in this case, you maximize it when you produce. You don't have a curve like this, so there's no diminishing returns. This keeps going up. Somewhere here, don't forget, after 180, this doesn't apply anymore. After 180, what happens? These equations don't apply anymore. So you can't say what happens after 180,000 units. So that's your profit. When we come back the next time, I'll actually do this out using the algebra, and then we'll go on to chapter 13. Okay.